Hi there, welcome to Lecture 11, where we will have a look at the movement mechanism of our hippo. And we will place the background in our game and add some colliders to it. So open Unity, go to the textures folder and delete that zombie and ground textures because we're not using them anymore, okay? And add the background and hippo go from the images folder we created in the previous video to the textures folder. That's why I said that it was not really necessary to create an images folder at all. You could just save the Photoshop files here. As you can see, the Photoshop files are readable by Unity 3D, so you don't have to convert them to PNG or other format. Okay, ready to use them. So create a new game object and place it at the 0, 0, 0 position and give it background name. Background. Add the new sprite render component and drag and drop the background to the sprite property. Okay. Make sure that your background is looking good on all of the resolutions here available. Okay, because you may have something like this when you first add your background. You may have something like maybe something like this, okay, with this blue zone, or even a little bit zoomed in. Okay, just have to find the equilibrium, something like that looks good on all those landscape resolutions and devices. Okay, you can even click in this plus button and add your own resolution. Okay, you can select a fixed resolution or an aspect ratio. Okay, to see if your game is going to look good on an specified device. Okay, that's it. So once you've made sure that your background is looking nice and all resolutions, you have to add another game object and name it hippo. This will be your main tractor. Add a new rendering sprite render component and drag and drop this hippo go texture to this sprite property. Okay, you may see that this hippo head is a little bit high, is a little bit big. Okay, a little bit big. So change its scale properties to 0.8 maybe and 0.8. Okay, or whatever you want. Okay, if you think 1 was fine here, then don't change it. Add a new game object and place it at 0, 0, 0 position and name it Heels Collision Zone, and add the new Physics2D Polygon Collider2D component. Okay, and okay, we're trying to make here a heels collision zone. Okay, so with the shift key press on your keyboard, adjust this mesh to your heels. Okay, to have something realistic. Sorry. Fine, that's it. Now we have it. Okay, let's do this. Fine, come on. This is very easy task. Remember that if you want to remove a control point, just have to press the control key, not the shift key. Okay, easy peasy Japanese. Okay, so let's go. You don't have to be very accurate at the location of those points. Okay, you don't really need that much of accuracy. Okay, but if you want to, then go ahead. Okay, that's it. We have here the Heels Collision Zone. I forgot to add a Physics2D Polygon Collider2D to my hippo, and of course add a rigid body 2D and set its gravity scale to 0 because we don't want the gravity to affect our hippo at all. Okay, fine. Now let's have a look at the script move hippo that I created before making this video. Okay, first let's have a look at what does the script do by adding here a new script component move hippo. Okay, and press play. This is what our hippo does. Okay, when you hold your primary button held your primary button down, then your hippo will start rotating around its pivot point. Okay, but whenever you release that button, it will move toward your monster direction. Okay, maybe you will want to increase its mass to, for example, 5 kilograms. Let's have a look. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's better. Fine, but how is this achieved? Okay, let's have a look at the code. Double click on move hippo. Well, you will have to download it from the Udemy course. Okay, but before going on with this video, I really encourage you to have a look at the beginner lessons for scripting. Okay, I told you to do so in the scripting lesson in this course, but if you haven't done it yet, please do it now, because if you don't, you will most likely find yourself lost in this lesson. Okay, this is because this course is not intended to be a programming course, but rather a course in which you want to create a game, but you still have a solid background in programming, in C# programming skills. Okay, so come on, if you didn't do it now. Okay, so let's go ahead. Here we have your move hippo class that derives from a behavior, and inside it we define 5 float variables. Okay, last touch and current touch time, that we will use to detect if a double touch has occurred. Okay, remember that in our game, if a double touch is detected, the hippo must move double its speed. Okay, fine. And here we have three public variables: the velocity value, the torque value, and the threshold time. Well, you guess what the velocity value and the torque value does? And the threshold time is the time between current touch time and last touch time, so that a double touch is detected. Okay. Well, as you can see here, inside the update function, we used this kind of strange operators. Okay, those are platforms-dependent compilation. Okay. I really encourage you to take a look at this page. Okay, but in a nutshell, what these operators do is to define what platform is this game running on. So if you are on your computer, run this function, move hippo. But if you're not on computer but on Android, then you just run this function. Okay, that's all. Okay, move hippo is for testing only in your computer. Whenever you are ready to deploy this game to the Play Store, you don't really need this function, so you can just delete it. But for now, for testing purposes, you just need it. Okay, then inside move hippo, you have three 3D vectors: current pose, touch pose, and distance vec. The current pose is the current position of your hippo. The touch pose is the position of your touching. And the distance vec is just the difference between this vector and this one. Fine. If the primary button have been pressed but not released, then you call a function named start rotating hippo and stop it. Okay, start rotating hippo and stop it. That's when you hold your primary button and your hippo start rotating around, but it's still in the same position. Okay, it doesn't move. But when your primary button has been released, that is when the get mouse button up has been called, then you just stop rotating Hippo and move it, and you pass here a variable, a distance back variable. Remember that this distance back variable is just the difference between the touch pose and the current pose, and it's a normalized vector. Okay, so the move Hippo Android is just very much the same as move Hippo, but instead listening to any get mouse button down event, just do a for loop, okay, and detect how many touches are taking place. Here you define 3 variables as well, and now inside your for loop you define a touch variable. Okay, so you get your last touch position. So this is pretty much the same as the move Hippo function. Okay, if the user has pressed the screen but has not left the screen yet, then you start rotating your Hippo and stop it. Okay, we will take a look at those functions later. Okay, just keep this in mind. If input.getTouch0.face is equal to your touchFace.began, then start rotating your Hippo and stop it. But if the touch face is not began but ended, then guess what? You will have to stop rotating your Hippo and move it. But you will need to be able to distinguish a double touch from a non-double touch, and to do this you really need to store the current touch time and check if the difference between current touch time and last touch time is greater than threshold time or less than threshold time, and act accordingly. If no double touch was detected, then you just store the last touch time and stop rotating Hippo and move it. If you detected a double touch, then you store your last touch time and stop rotating Hippo and move it. Okay? Well, I will make a small modification here. Okay, so I will pass also the velocity. Okay, so that when a double touch is called, detected, then you pass the velocity vol multiplied by 0.0. Okay, double the velocity. Okay, I just did a little modification here. I just added this argument so that if a double touch is detected, then you move twice the speed of the Hippo. Okay, that's it. What do these functions do? Okay, it's just as simple as we rotate the Hippo, read body 2D dots fixed angle equal false, and then we add the torque, and then we stop it. So if the Hippo has any velocity, then it no more has it. Okay, if the Hippo is moving and you press but not release your button, then it will stop and start rotating. On the other hand, this is the opposite function. Okay, we made use of quaternions. That is a rather complex tool to make rotations. Quaternions are used to represent rotations. They are very complex, so be sure to have a look at them by your own. Fine? In a few words, we restored the angles of the Hippo to be 0, 0, 0. Okay, and then we move it. Well, we have an error here. No overload for method stop rotating move it takes one argument. So let's take a look. Okay, stop rotating Hippo and move it here. We forgot to add the velocity value here. Now you can move your Hippo around. If you double click, then it will move faster. Well, it's not working, I don't know why. Okay guys, obviously the double touching system is not working because we have added it to the move Hippo Android. Okay, this code is only meant to be executed when the running platform is Android, not the Unity editor on your computer. Okay, so this is not working here on your computer, but it will be working in your Android device. Okay, don't worry about that. You can just plug in your device and check it if it's working. Okay, now we need to add some walls or some transparent walls so that our hippo don't go through the visible area of the screen. How to do that? Yes, we will add some game objects and name it, for example, left wall 0, 0, 0, and we will add here for the left wall a Physics2D box collider, and I will make it bigger. I will make it bigger here. That's it. I will just duplicate this one, change its name to right wall, and move it here. Okay, so we have the, well, it didn't change its name. Right now it is. Now we have the left and right walls. Okay, if we try to move now here in the game to this, it will not. So if I try to move, for example, to the right, it will not go through this wall. Okay, it's impossible. Okay, so finally we need to add another game object and name it top wall. Okay, and we will close the box. Okay, so for example, add a new box collider and change its size to something like this. Okay, that's all. Now you can freely move your hippo. It will not go through any point of your screen. Okay, that's it. Finally, let's take a look at your visible region. Okay, because maybe for smaller screen resolutions, your top wall is out of the side. Okay, as it is happening, I think here. Let's see it. No, it is okay. It is okay. Fine. Fine, now that's it. You have it. That's all for now, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next lecture. Goodbye.